This is another episode of the Guys Huddle. Here with me today is a special guest, Ty.
What's up?
How we doing?
Doing good.
I'm excited to get talking today. MLB's just, getting started. Fun. We got the play-in games today. We got a lot to talk about in football. How we doing over there, Big Timmy?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm super excited. Got the second episode launching. We're getting going. How about you, Trey?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm ready to talk about this Izzy fight that happened over the weekend. I'm pretty excited. It was a pretty cool fight.
Yes, I'm definitely excited to see. I've seen a lot of highlights on that as well. I didn't actually get to catch it, but the highlights I've seen were really nice there. Just for those of you who don't know, we are officially now on Google Podcasts for our audio, as long with Apple Podcasts, Spotify Music and Podcasts, and Amazon. To catch our video content, please check us out on YouTube at our TGH podcast page. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in. One of my favorite things to talk about today is OBJ to Baltimore. What's you guys' take on it? He got the bag. A lot of people say we overpaid him. I'm going to be a little biased here. We did overpay him, but if it means keeping
It's
Lamar,
only for 1 year, though.
I'll take it.
So you're only got, they gave the bag to him, but they can't give it to your quarterback, huh?
Listen. Apparently nobody else can give it to him either. So it's not just Baltimore, so we can't just, point the finger at them. I mean, we can.
Touche, but Baltimore has had him for how many years? They could have been signed him a long time ago.
We've been in negotiations with him for about 2
years.
No, we're working on 3, but it's been 2 years. I partially think that's what led to Lamar not playing. I know he came out publicly and said he was injured, and that's why he wasn't playing. But I personally am not buying it. But what are you thinking on the Ty?
I was just thinking, I thought they kind of paid him a little bit too much, especially since coming off the injury, didn't play at all last year. It's just,
yeah.
I still think I have high hopes for him, though.
I definitely got high hopes for him. I mean, if you watch that Super Bowl game, a couple games before, Odell was looking nice. If he had a full season, he was on track to make the Pro Bowl.
I was thinking he was going to win that
Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, yeah. He was having a nice game.
Hey, as long as you don't tell him to go out there and break a leg, you should be fine.
No, I don't. Hopefully we don't have to, one of our boss in our group chat said, oh, man, Odell to the Ravens is going to be lit. He said for the 5.5 games he's going to play.
Yeah. And for the 7.5 Lamar's going to play, huh?
Oh, my God.
I just want to know, is this if Lamar doesn't throw the ball successfully this season, is this done with he doesn't have weapons? Is this a weapon? Can we say where Lamar has weapons now?
I'm going to say the Ravens offense is looking nice.
Because I just want to ask, what does Odell bring right now? In his age and his play, what is he that Hollywood Brown wasn't when he was there?
A reliable target that didn't drop the ball.
Hollywood Brown didn't drop the ball that much.
Oh, buddy.
Bro, in his first year, he definitely did.
He dropped so many touchdown passes.
That's fine. A lot of drops happen all season. It's not like he led the league in drops.
He did at one point in time lead the league in drop passes.
It happens.
Actually, the Ravens and the entirety led the league, but besides that.
What does he bring that Hollywood didn't bring?
Reliability, experience, Pro Bowl. And granted, if he can stay healthy and Lamar and him play all year, I think that we end that weapons talk. I think that brings our offense to a next level. We just got a new offensive coordinator, by the way, Munkin, that loves Odell Beckham Jr.
Did you say Munchkin?
Munkin.
Oh, okay.
Todd Munkin.
I just don't see. I mean, Odell's not bad. He's not a bad signing either. I just don't think he's a wide receiver 1 anymore. They do have Andrews, who should lead the team in targets.
Well,
so he's not
I look at it
gonna
this
have to
way.
be
We're not having
number 1.
everybody on one person now.
I mean, I didn't think you guys did when you had Hollywood. He was take the top off speed. You gotta guard that in the NFL. I just don't see I think Odell's a good signing and good pair with Lamar. I just don't think it's game breaking.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think the biggest part of this wasn't necessarily just I think the reason he got that money is it was for Lamar. I think that's the biggest part of this. Is
I feel like this year is really going to be a prove-it year for Lamar. Now I think they went out and got him, and now, Lamar, show us what you can do. If you can do what you say you can do, then we'll give you the money at the end of next year.
And I still think we draft a wide receiver this year, too.
Bateman needs to take that next step for you guys to be better, though.
I don't think that they overpaid too much on Odell either.
I mean, either.
He was asking year, though. He was asking for 15.
Yeah, well, and also, I don't know if you guys know, he gave the Jets the chance to match it. He literally
Odell?
He said, hey, this is what Baltimore's offering me, and he was on Aaron Rodgers' wish list, and he gave him the chance to match it, and they didn't match it. He was supposed to go meet with the Jets on Monday, but they wouldn't match it, so he never went.
He
He was
asked
in Miami.
a couple months ago. He asked for 1 year deal for $15 million to him to play football, or he doesn't want to play. So I don't think they overpaid him that.
I don't think the Jets are sure what Aaron Rodgers is doing still. So
Right.
That's probably why they didn't pull the trigger on that. They don't want to be stuck with all these different receivers and Aaron Rodgers not coming
Man,
there. They're still the Jets.
They're asking a first round pick, and the Jets don't want to give it up. But I bet the Niners would. I bet
Yeah.
the Niners would give up a future first round pick for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers on the Niners would be so nasty.
Yeah, it would be
And
ridiculous.
more Lamar. I mean, Lamar would be nice over there, too.
Anybody on the Niners, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely get back on that 49ers talk because, I mean, they got a quarterback carousel over there. But what do you guys think? I mean, personally, I think if you would have asked me before that signing, Lamar was gone. If you would have asked me, I would have said 25% chance he stays, 75% chance he
Yeah.
leaves.
About saying.
Now,
he sits on the bench for that
now-
25%.
actions speak louder than words. I'm going to be a firm believer on that. And Odell's son posted the picture with the Lamar Jackson jersey on. You're not going to tell me that Odell didn't call Lamar and be like, hey, Baltimore's offering me this.
I'm not signing if you're gone.
Yeah. So he's definitely not signing. A proven vet that wants to make his way, big again.
Didn't they have a FaceTime video?
Oh, yeah. There's
Really?
pictures all over. Him and
Yeah.
Lamar were just at the club in Miami 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's staying. I'm going out.
Yeah,
They're
I'm,
both
I'm
gonna
gonna go
get
ahead.
arrested at
I
the
say,
club in
let's
Miami.
take a vote here, guys. I got him staying. What about you, Ty?
He's staying.
Yeah, he's staying.
I just don't think he'd leave.
Oh,
after
so
that.
we crossed the board on the same. Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to be any good, but he's staying.
All right, listen. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hey, we're
So-
going to that game in Baltimore, so stay tuned for that podcast.
So, before we even just got started here, for all of our viewers, the Lions made a trade. Anybody want to talk about what kind of a steal they got?
I think Jeff Okudah was good last year. The first game of the season, or second game, because they played us the first game. The Vikings played the Lions the second game, and Jeff Okudah's man-to-man coverage on Jefferson was insane.
I think Atlanta stole.
Yeah, and their
stole.
And their defense is on the rise already. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. They signed Calais Campbell from the Ravens. They got David Onyemata from New Orleans. They have a good quarterback. They've got a solid defense.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when I seen that. I was like, oh,
They
man.
signed Von Bell from or Jesse Bates. They signed one of the
Jesse
same.
Bates.
Jesse
Yeah, they
Bates
signed
from
Jesse Bates.
Cincinnati.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they signed one
he's
of
an
them.
Indiana native.
They got a lot of good young offense, too, but they're young still.
Yeah,
so.
their defense is climbing up there with Carolina's in that division.
Listen, I think that division over the next 2 years is going to evolve. I know Carolina had to give up, DJ Moore, but on paper, they don't look bad at all.
They get rid of McCaffrey and DJ Moore, and somehow they look decent.
Yeah, I didn't think that was possible. And
They're in
then
a better position,
Yeah.
as a team.
yeah,
I think Anthony
they got
Richardson.
Thielen, and then they signed was it
DJ Chark.
DJ Chark,
They
and
have
then they got
Hayden Hurst
Miles Sanders.
and Hayden Hurst.
Yeah,
He's
Like,
a
that's not a bad team.
Hey, what's
They
your
got Hayden
picks on their
Hurst.
quarterback? Who they gonna take number one?
CJ Stroud.
I heard rumors. that
It's
Frank Reich wants
fluctuating, right?
Anthony
I think we
Richardson.
should do at some point.
It's his
in time,
pick.
yeah.
They told him it's his call.
Yeah,
I think he'll take Stroud.
yeah.
But,
If he was,
I mean, listen, I know Frank Reich better than anybody. I've had a long history with him with the Colts. He's bound to mess it up. He's probably so.
yeah, I still think CJ Stroud goes number one off the board.
Wouldn't
I
it be
still got
wild
the
if
Colts
Ant-
taking Will Levis.
Oh my!
I've seen
Lord.
so many extra reports the last couple of days on it. I've been waiting for it. Get up in the morning and dun-dun-dun. I'll be waiting for it. And Will Levis to the Colts. I can't wait for that.
If it happens, I hope he's the next Josh Allen. But I'm not gonna buy his jersey until he's proven.
No.
But if it's any other quarterbacks, I'm buying it on draft day.
So with the Lions sending him over there for the 5th round pick. Sorry, I just don't want to butcher his name. Is that hurt Detroit's backfield?
Back 7, I think so. If you or back 5, sorry. If you count the safeties and
I just
three
like they
corner,
get a
I don't
good
know.
cornerback and they're like, here you go, you guys can have him because they had Slay for a while too, and it's
Mhm.
like, see ya.
I
You
just
don't
don't
need
know
to-
who their other corner is off the top of my head. I know they got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He plays safety and nickel.
Oh yeah, they did just get him.
Yeah,
though.
so
but-
maybe that's why they were just like,
But they don't even got to pay the man yet.
I know, but
And he did solid, and I get they could. I think they'll draft probably Christian Gonzalez now, especially out of Oregon. The
Or
corner.
who is that other guy?
Witherspoon, I'm pretty sure is it.
Witherspoon. Yeah. I think
like
that's who it
him.
was. Yeah, he was nice too.
But why not pair Gonzalez with him? Why would you get rid of him?
Give Gonzalez a year to develop a little bit
Man.
while you got both of them on
And now if they both develop, you've got 2 studs.
yeah. Listen, all I'm gonna say, and Dan Campbell we trust because they've turned that team around. So
their wins are right now. I'm pretty sure they're at like 8.5 over
I
under on the
hold
season.
on. I just love how we talk about he turned
They're
the team
low.
around
They're
and
low.
they still ain't made the playoffs.
Listen,
I'm not saying he didn't
you
do
are
a good
literally
job.
starting at the floor with the Lions, and the only way up. You know? So,
Up.
yeah, like you
Where was you
can't,
going with this?
you can't do any worse than they already were.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a turnaround yet. They make the playoffs. We'll start talking about.
Listen,
it.
Detroit is winning that
Turnaround.
division next year.
No.
Yes.
That's a
They
hot
got,
take.
yeah, they got to beat Chicago.
Well,
I mean, I know who's not winning
De-
at Green Bay, but that's beside the point.
Detroit's
That's my
winning.
conversation.
Chicago's coming in second. They're gonna make that wild card spot. Then it's gonna Minnesota and Green Bay.
Although I shouldn't have said that publicly because now if the Green Bay wins the division, Trey's gonna come out here and roast me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Oh, Green Bay. Well, you heard it here first. Green Bay is not winning that damn division.
I hope he does too, just so I can hear him run his
All
mouth.
right. Well, that's fine. We can look back at it.
hmm
So, how do you guys think that like position, like with the style of defense that Atlanta plays, how do you think that helps them specifically?
I don't know because they've not had a good defense in a long time.
Yeah, it's been
Last time they had a good defense, they went to the Super Bowl with a mediocre Matt Ryan.
No,
he won the
that was
MVP.
MVP,
I know,
man.
I only call him mediocre because he was trash for my team.
But
He had one good season over there. He had a lot of good seasons, but they never did anything with it until that 1 year, and then they never went back.
I think Atlanta has the like basic building blocks for a good defense.
They
right
call
now.
that the one-hit wonder.
Like they still have AJ Terrell, who was a good lockdown corner not too long ago, a couple years. He's still good to this day. Now Okuda to fill in. They've got decent safety help, good pass, decent.
I think
pass
they're on the
rush.
rise.
Yeah, they have the building blocks to a good defense.
Yeah, all I'm saying is 28-3. If that doesn't say mediocre, I don't know what does.
I didn't say they were gonna make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, even if they make it, I mean,
All I'm saying is they better not go up 28-3.
better not be against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler, we still haven't heard any more like great news. All I'm saying is he said he would be very disappointed if he's still on the Chargers.
You know, it'd be nice if
Go ahead and
all
say
if
some
all
dumb
this stuff
Go
with
ahead.
Joe Mixon takes him out of the league. If they end up signing somebody like Eckler or Henry to
They
the
have to
Bengals,
trade, but yeah.
Wait,
sucks.
who was Cincinnati talking about picking? Oh,
Derrick Henry.
no.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I was
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for. Yeah, I
They're in
haven't
the
heard any
talks
more
about all of them, to be
news
honest.
about that. Either.
The Austin Eckler thing. I just know that they tried negotiating his deal, him and the Chargers,
He got mad.
and he got mad.
Oh yeah, well because I mean, let's face it here. He may be mad, but running backs are a dime a dozen. It's by committee now. Like,
Although if
they're not gonna
Baltimore
pay
had a
you.
chance to get him, they'd get him.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler.
He's better than every running back on your team.
I mean, yeah,
Except
but
your quarterback.
we're by committee. Like so, we're
only
not
by
gonna.
committee because you don't have a star.
But we don't. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Like we don't need to go pay somebody like that when we can split the pay between Dobbins and Edwards
Not to mention
and get the same amount of production.
the problem with Eckler is he has high production for like touchdowns and yards per carry. He's a good catch back, but he is a committee back himself. He doesn't carry the ball 20 plus times a game. He's not a
Running backs don't get
workhorse.
paid like they used to get paid.
He's a 3-down back simply because his pass catching. If he couldn't catch the ball as well as he could, he wouldn't be on the field for 3 to 4 downs per possession because he is just so effective.
Right.
But how do you pay somebody that if it play like that he just had, you get up in a playoff game, you need to kill the clock and you can't run the ball 25 times,
Yeah.
and you
How many times has he
Risk
been
it
hurt
back.
too? Has he been injury prone? Because I feel like every time I got him on my fantasy league, like something happens. Like
he always misses sometime.
Ty, who you got Eckler going to when the season starts?
Chargers bench.
I don't even know yet.
I
Cincinnati
think
wouldn't be a bad spot though.
yeah,
Ooh,
Cincinnati
that would be
wouldn't be,
nice.
but where else? Like I mean, we know
Listen,
Cincinnati
outside of my
needs it.
division, where else?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be.
I like Chicago. They've got
Yeah.
they've got key.
I feel like Chicago's been in the market for everybody, every free agent, every.
They have the most money in free agency, and like they just traded the first pick. They still have a top 10 pick, and I mean, if you dangle a Chicago future pick right now, I don't think it's very valuable because I think there'll be a playoff team come soon. But
Yeah.
I bet other teams would put their faith in Chicago being Chicago and take a next year or 2 years down the road first round pick, hoping that it's a top good pick.
Hot take: if you're a free agent, Chicago's interested in you.
Yeah.
We'll just go out and say that.
But he's a-
Chicago's interested.
He's
in
a
you.
trade target right now.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be either a sign and trade or a straight up trade. Let him play his last year and hope he stays. But they have capital to trade for him. and he'd be a good fit. They got rid of Montgomery.
Right. So I know we talked about who we thinks. So I know you just said good fit, but who do you guys think he would fit in best with? Not necessarily who he's gonna go to.
Not that they really need him, but like if somehow they could pull the strings and get him, that'd be crazy in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I think it'd be crazy in Buffalo's offense.
Yeah,
Buffalo-
so
wait,
They don't even run
question,
the ball
did
even
they-
if they have a good
Did
running
Buffalo
back.
sign a running back? I can't remember.
they sound like 5.
Mm.
They had Damian Harris.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, did
They got Naheem Hines last year.
Yeah, but no, I
Who
know.
else? They signed somebody else though.
I thought they signed somebody this free agency.
Yeah, Damian Harris from the
Okay.
Patriots.
No, I
That's
thought they
him.
got somebody else too.
No, they gave away Singletary. They got
Yeah.
rid of him.
Yeah, literally, they said, "Oh, we got."
They have
Hines."
Dalvin Cook's.
Yeah, they have
James Cook
Cook
that fumbles the ball every other carry. I remember we were at B-Dubs last year. We were with Trey. He said, "Oh yeah, that's Dalvin Cook's brother. He just
him in
fumbled the
fantasy.
ball."
Had him in fantasy.
Like-
Like, his first carry.
So, being with the best fit, do you think he just stays? Like realistically, what's your realistic expectations?
If he stays, he sits the bench.
What about you, Ty?
Yeah, if he stays, he's just in the bench.
You think he's just not gonna play?
They gave him an option to explore a trade, like you got team permission wise, and they said you can do that, or they offered him a 1-year prove it, like prove to us you're worth a max, and we'll give you a max. But I just don't think he's into that because like he's a touchdown leader in the NFL. What do you need to prove? I want to know what they're asking of him, because he scored the most touchdowns
What else?
in the league.
Right,
What else do you
yeah.
want me to do,
He's,
bro?
he's a dual threat.
Like,
He
what
runs-
does he need to do to get paid? I guess
And
I mean,
just
I guess
think
Lamar's asking the same question, but
he's like a committee back. Like he's not a guy you have on the field for
Hey, Lamar's kind of like a committee back too.
A
so I'm not
60-minute
sure why they're
game.
asking the same
oh
question.
my,
and run the ball out. Like you can't run the ball out with him.
yeah. So we're gonna kind of move to the coaching part of this. Cliff Kingsbury takes quarterback coach job at USC for 2024 to coach top 2024 draft prospect Caleb Williams.
That draft stock's gonna go up with him there.
Yeah,
I think he's a good quarterback coach. Maybe not a head coach, but which everything's different at the college level opposed to the pro
see,
level. But
I'm
now that he's coached to the pro level and he's going back down to college, I feel like he'll be even a better quarterback coach to get him ready for the NFL.
he might be better, but see, I don't personally think I think the situation, the turmoil there was the biggest problem. For those of you who don't know, Kyler Murray is so immature, like acts like a child. I think that was part of the reason.
I think it was success.
Well, that, but like when you got a quarterback that can't even watch film because he's playing Call of Duty on launch night, and statistically you can see his numbers drop after Call of Duty launch night, there's an issue there.
And
I mean-
they just haven't made the playoffs at all.
Like, obviously they got rid of the coach, they got a new general manager, so if they don't have success now, is he the next piece that's going to
Yep,
move?
it's time to go.
Like,
They don't have success this year, especially if they're real bad, like a 4-12, 4-13 kind of team.
yeah, like on paper last year, they seemed like, I mean, if you look at the starting season, and you looked like on paper,
They were so bad that AJ Green retired, right?
like they did not look like it would be a bad team, but
Kyler got hurt again, and D-Hop was suspended.
and then follows.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know you don't want to talk about Hollywood Brown.
Hey, he didn't even put up 1,000 yards. That's all I'm gonna say. He did that in Baltimore, but he didn't do that there. So that's all I'm gonna say with that. Let's transition over here to UFC. I'm not even gonna Trey. You're gonna begin to pronounce this because I'm not gonna mess it up.
Izzy.
So
Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira fight happened Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday night.
He-
Izzy finally got his get back.
Honestly, I thought he was about to lose that fight, and all of a sudden I turned back around. And
I didn't know what to expect from that fight. I was just hoping.
yeah, he had him up against the corner. I thought it was gonna be a good fight, and I thought he was about to be done for, and he just hit him with that overhead hammer fist. And
I thought after the fight, when I found out, I guess, what Izzy's team was talking about, I thought it was great. Because I was watching the first 2 rounds, and I thought Pereira had it in control. And he was
really
doing,
looked like he was gonna win.
yeah, he was targeting his strikes where he wanted. Like, he wasn't just taking what Izzy gave him, which is what most people do. And I just thought, like, Pereira had the fight, not in the bag, but he was controlling it. And then afterwards, they said that Izzy's team was discussing using aggression against him, so Izzy took a soft approach, and I guess that's what's fooled me. And as soon as Pereira thought he had him and got aggressive, he got him 2 counter punches in, and he was on the ground.
And he hit him with that one, and He kind of stumbled, and you saw Izzy realize that it was time to go and just got on top of him. Bop, bop.
He's all
Hit him
my
with a-
bus stops here. We gotta go. Like,
Hit him
we
with
out here.
the cleanest two-piece I've seen in a while on the way down. He's like,
What you was thinking, Ty? You thought Izzy was gonna win that fight?
No, I was hoping Izzy was gonna win. I really just didn't know who was gonna win. I was just really hoping for a long, decent fight at least.
you see, he
Two
turned down.
rounds ain't too
Sorry,
bad.
good. You see, he turned down the rematch.
I thought
Declined it.
Dana White said no.
Well,
They fought what 3 times now, 4 times. They fought twice back in Brazilian kickboxing, and Izzy got KO'd once, and he lost by decision once. And then when he lost the belt, he got KO'd, didn't he? TKO.
Yeah.
So he was 0-3 against Pereira, 2 knockouts, and he got his belt back. And in the press conference, I don't know if it was the press conference or the next day, but Izzy told him, "When I got in this business, I had to work my way to the top, and I did. And when you got here, you kind of skipped your way to me, won the belt, and then I won it back. So now it's your turn to work your way back up." And he pretty much told him, "You got to fight through the ladder to get this shot back." And Dana agreed. Like Ty said, Dana shut that down too.
I didn't see that Dana shut it down, but
Yeah, I'm curious to see, like, with all the, because Endeavor has, UFC and WWE now. I'm curious to see, because I know there's always been with conflict between the two, as far as, what's necessarily real and what's fake. I know Conor McGregor is kind of, I know we're a little off topic here, but Conor McGregor's kind of touched, has some beef with Roman Reigns, so I'm just curious to see with them both being, under the same company now, if they might do a little, not necessarily a match necessarily, but some kind of like a joint, like not necessarily show, but something come together for it.
although I did see Conor McGregor was talking crap to Paul Heyman. It's pretty funny on Twitter.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman said something about bow down to the tribal chief, and he said you better shut up. Once they said fat man or something like that, and he was like, or I'll come take both of those belts too.
That'd be interesting to see. Although I'm saying, if you need somebody to talk shit, run their mouth, Paul Heyman's your guy, man. Like,
Yeah.
Could you imagine him being a manager, like just a top guy for somebody in UFC?
I would love to see Paul Heyman. At,
Not
like,
necessarily a
UFC,
manager,
man.
because I don't know if he knows all that kind of stuff for actual.
I can't remember
fight,
his name.
But just to be a spokesman for something over there, oh man.
Can we have Paul Heyman like just do a special guest like announcer, like the
Yeah.
guy that weighs in like the weighing in at 300 pounds. Just like oh, that would be lit. Like just to see that special guest one time.
What do you guys think's next for Pereira then, since he's not getting a title shot? You think he's gonna move up to the weight class he's supposed to be?
I think he should move up at least. He's too big to be fighting in the weight class he is in right now, anyways.
Was that middleweight?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a light heavyweight though.
Light heavyweight. And that's what John Jones has the title?
No, John Jones is just heavyweight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he wasn't he in light heavyweight at one
Yeah.
point?
And then he moved
That's why I confused, yeah.
But they want Pereira to move up. But do you think he moves up, Brian? Or you think he's gonna try to fight Izzy again, work his way back up? Get a
Listen,
rematch?
I think he's gonna be persistent and try to fight Izzy again. People that want something, they're usually pretty persistent about it. So I think he stays persistent and tries to do it. I think he's gonna put a bug in Dana White's ear, and be like, hey, this is what I want to do.
He said I've already beat him 3 times. He only beat me once.
I think he definitely needs to move up. I seen something the other day about him talking about how he's only moving up when his body tells him he needs to move up. If that makes sense.
So when you feel too unhealthy to fight here, you're gonna move back up.
When you're tired of draining.
He
your
said, oh, I
body.
just got my ass beat. He said, I'm gonna
He-
move up.
yeah, he just went to sleep. I think that was his body telling him this isn't for me.
That's a real wake up call, you could say.
Speaking of go to sleep, did you see what Izzy after the fight where he's talking crap to
Taunting his son.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's only funny because his son did it to him. Like back when Pereira knocked him out in the Brazilian kickboxing world or whatever, they let his son in the ring after the fight, and Izzy's still standing in the middle of the ring, gloves on and everything, and his son just fell over next to him, right next to him, not even
man.
through a cage or in the ring. It was hilarious. But I don't know if anybody
He went and
knows him.
found him though. That was hilarious.
His name's Henry Cejudo. He's a lighter weight. He was a wrestler and a jiu-jitsu specialist. He's in the UFC now. He's won a couple belts. He told Pereira to fight for that belt. He said, you've never lost to this guy. You lose one time to him. You've knocked him out twice. He's knocked you out once. And then what he did to your son, he said, that's disrespectful. He said, you
swear.
need to fight for that rematch.
That's war right there.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that the UFC is so on board. I get they fought twice already in the UFC and 4 times overall, but you've won one. I think it'd be cool to see a rematch.
It just sounds like he's scared, to be honest.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make his numbers go down.
Man, if he lost to him again, they'd just have to rematch it again, right? Because, like, man,
He said
someone's got to win 2 in a row.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
But
That's right. It would do it like the NBA playoffs, best of 7.
when it comes back to Izzy, what do you guys think's next for him? Because Khamzat Chimaev called him out for the title.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's gonna be
Oh.
a heck of a fight.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, me too.
We'll just see. I think it really depends on what Dana wants to do. I feel like he has too much control sometimes.
Khamzat's in the weight class below. He's a welterweight.
Every owner has too much control.
Oh yeah,
Vince is the same way.
But
Vince is garbage.
Khamzat's a weight class lighter than them. He's a welterweight, and I think it'd be cool to see him fight Izzy go up because Izzy's not like the biggest, strongest dude, so he shouldn't just get overpowered. Khamzat's
Right.
He's a good grappler specialist. He's good in submissions. He's good on the ground. He can throw hands. I think that'd be a great fight. And he's been tearing it up. He's like, third in his weight class for pound. I think he could move up, and it'd be cool to see him move up and fight him for the title.
Definitely. Well, so some of you guys may know, may don't. For all of our basketball viewers and for all of our not basketball viewers, the play-in tournament starts tonight. Miami versus Atlanta.
Go Hawks.
Oh my God! Here we go. Listen, I got a take on that. I think Miami takes the game tonight.
I got to take on it, too. I think Miami takes their bags and goes back
Listen,
home tonight.
Miami owns Trae Young.
yeah,
Yeah,
Trae Young is on the verge of getting
It's
traded.
just really a hot take.
Like,
Miami are
I
probably
don't
winning
think your team wins when there's controversy and whether one of your star players is going to be gone, because imagine just playing and be like, oh, they're trading me here. Oh, they're trading me. You're not going to play, right?
Right.
You could say what you want. You could say it's going to be out of your head, but when you're playing that game, you're like, damn, do I really want to win this game for them? Like, they're about to trade me?
Like Ty said, Miami owns Trae Young. He always struggles against good defensive teams. I feel like he's got to find space, and it's hard against teams like Miami who switch everything, have versatile defenders and everything. I feel like he'll be in some trouble.
Yeah, Miami's probably going to win that. I just have to give Ryan a hard time just because that's his
Listen.
favorite team at every dot.
What's it with all the hate with Miami? LeBron's not there no more. Why you hate him?
Because the Heat did us bogus for 3 or 4
That's
years.
not my fault. Pick a better team.
I'm sorry. As soon as you joined basketball, you decided to pick the best team in the league.
Listen, and have I still been with Miami?
Yeah, but they've never really been bad.
Oh, all right, then pick a better team.
No, but I do remember when Ryan actually knew a little bit about basketball and LeBron James was on the Heat.
Yeah, I used to have the stat puncher there. Remember when our good buddy Ben used to say, "Oh, I thought the Super Bowl was played in the same place every year." Oh, that was one of the best lines there. But winner takes 7th seed against the Celtics. Loser's going to take the winner of the Bulls and the Raptors tomorrow for the 8th seed, and then they play the Bucks.
I think the Hawks are going to lose both games.
Yeah, I agree. I think like I said, the problem just if Trae Young does one of his spaz out games, then that's different.
Because it is only one game. If he goes crazy, they can win. But if he doesn't,
But I think the Heat have too much defense for Trae Young, and I think the Raptors will beat the Bulls, and the Raptors are also a switch-heavy, defensive-led team.
and if the Heat make it past that one, you said they play the Celtics.
Yes, I know they're not beating the Celtics.
Oh, hold on. The Heat normally have the Celtics number. I don't know
I mean,
what it
sometimes,
is.
but I feel like we go back. Recently, we've went back and forth.
You
Yeah,
guys
you
have
guys
been
just
in
don't
like
have enough.
the AFC final.
Jimmy Butler just turns into a different animal in the postseason every year.
If you can get good production out of Bam, and then you got Kevin Love too.
I'm
now.
excited to see what Kevin Love does. For
He's
tonight.
sad.
He is washed.
I mean, yeah, but
If he can stand out there and hit the corner three, though, that'd be good for him.
I'll take it. Like, what I'm saying,
Maybe.
role player.
What do you think, Ty? Who's going to come out of the East in these play-in games?
I think Heat win tonight. And then who else?
Bulls and
Raptors Bulls play tomorrow, and the winner of that will play the Hawks.
Raptors. The Raptors beat the Hawks.
That's what I got. I just don't think, unless their offense comes out, I think the other two
So
teams
then, who would the
will face.
Raptors play if they get in? They'll be the
I thought-
8th seed, right?
They'll play the Bucks. They'll be
Oh,
the
yeah.
8th against the Bucks.
And they're gonna.
Good
Everybody, get your brooms out.
They could win one.
Yeah, they might win one.
5 or 6 maybe.
The Lakers play the Wolves. Who you guys got?
Easy money.
Easy.
Okay.
Lock it in.
No
Well-
Rudy Gobert tonight either.
Oh my god! See, listen, like I don't understand that. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, how? It just seems like a whole Draymond Green situation again.
All I know is that Woj tweeted about it, and I've never heard Woj. He was talking in quotes, but I've never seen Woj tweet the words he tweeted, and I thought it was hilarious because he tweeted the direct words that were said in the argument, and it was funny. Do you not know?
No. What
Well,
was it?
Kyle Anderson went to the bench mad, and he looked at Gobert. He said, "Grab a rebound." He said, "Why don't you block some shots? Because that's what Gobert's good at." And Gobert looked back at him, and Kyle Anderson's not a great down low threat. He said, "Why don't you grab a rebound?" Kyle Anderson looked at him and said, "Shut the F up, B." And it is just funny because Woj tweeted those words, and I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after he said that, Gobert stuck him one
Which
time.
was it? Oh, I don't want to butcher this. Who broke their hand?
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I just
see,
didn't want to.
that's a
That's a
big, yeah,
big part.
no Gobert, but he's their best wing defender. Anthony Edwards is too athletic and too on ball on the offense to be guarding the best defender.
I mean, why you gotta punch a wall?
He just walked out, and what's crazy is it was padded. It looked padded, did it not?
I mean,
But I get it. But it's
Broke
just
his
crazy.
hand?
Well,
yeah,
They won
broke
that
his
game
hand.
too, didn't they?
Huh?
They won that game too, didn't they?
let me check.
Against the Pelicans.
I think they
Let me
did
see.
win
I'm
that
right
game.
here.
How much do you think?
Yeah,
that-
they won the
Yeah,
game,
what
and
are
he
you- What
walked
are you doing?
walked to the tunnel, punched the wall, and now he's in injury reports
See,
for
now
his hand.
I would get it if it was like Kyle, you know.
Yeah.
If Kyle was punching walls, that makes sense.
But Jaden McDaniels punched that wall. Now he's questionable for the game. Rudy Gobert's not even flying to LA with the team. I don't think they can.
All
hold
right,
it.
over there.
Yeah, I think all that turmoil automatically puts them L, even at however they were gonna play tonight. Like,
Yeah, and it's not even that. The Lakers have to win this game. I don't think they want to see Denver in the first round. I think they'd much rather go against Memphis.
oh yeah, 100%.
Much rather. So I think this is a must-win for the Lakers, or it's going to be a tough first round.
Yeah.
They can still beat the Nuggets though.
Yeah.
What's
the,
It'd be a lot tougher.
the Timberwolves? If they lose that game, they'll play the winner of OKC and the Pelicans.
So what's our final postseason predictions?
Well, we got lock in these first. Finish the play in, and we can, because then we know what everybody's playing picks are.
I think LA is definitely obviously gonna win tonight. I mean, that's what my pick.
I
is.
got.
So the loser would be the Wolves to play the winner of Pels Thunder.
I think Thunder's winning.
What do you think, Ty?
Man,
Pelicans.
I'd
the
say,
Pelicans
man,
that
'cause
game?
yeah, I'd definitely go with the Pelicans. Yeah, Pelicans and the Lakers. together.
I mean, I think the Pelicans are winning, but I'm gonna go with the Thunder because I like them better and I want to see them in the playoffs. But if Shea can get first year experience in the playoffs out of the way now, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Even if it is against
You
Denver,
see,
they're just I think. The
I was
more
watching an
exciting team.
interview with Kevin Durant talking about if Kevin Durant was playing on the Thunder now, he said, had those kind of young bucks with me, he said, we'd won 3 rings.
Possibly. I mean, I like the Thunder a lot. I think they're really good. That's
Yeah.
why I want to see them in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, at some point in time, they were bound to be good for all the picks they were getting when they were trading away people. I was like, you get a pick, you get a pick. When they got rid of.
So you
everybody,
You guys all got the Pelicans, who they play the Wolves
No.
if they win.
He had
I
OKC.
got
Oh, you
OKC.
okay? So who do you think will win the Wolves and OKC?
OKC.
Ty, you think Pelicans, Wolves?
Pelicans.
Old Pelicans.
I got OKC winning if Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels are still out. But I think if
I mean,
even
he
he's
if
got a
broke his
broken
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what
it might not be broken.
One-handed
I don't know
left.
if it's.
is he gonna tape it up like Terrell Suggs and just go out there?
I just don't think it's on MRI is broken yet. I just know he's hurt with his hand and he punched the wall.
I mean,
but if
that's
he's
the report
back,
I seen. I mean, I could be wrong.
if
but-
he's back, then I think they could win that. But if not, man, I don't think they have defense to stop OKC on a good night, especially without Gobert. But I got OKC taking the A seed.
Well, what do you think, Big Timmy? I know you're shaking your head.
Oh no, I was shaking my head at something else. I could hear my son downstairs.
So, with that being said, who's your guys' updated Final Four? Like,
It's not the Mavericks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't you start, Ryan?
Okay.
You probably should fix your West. a
I
little bit.
yeah no West. I got the Suns and it, I want to say it. I just want to see him play. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure, but I think LA and the
Because
Suns.
LA plays who if they get into the tournament?
Memphis.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And then out of the East,
I'm not sure.
that one's a little bit harder because I mean the West is just I feel like so wide open, but I'm gonna have to go with. I think Boston makes a run, and then I think Denver.
In the East?
Yeah.
Denver's in the
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
dummy.
Sorry.
Denver's in the West.
My bad.
Come on, just go ahead and say Bucks.
Yeah, I don't want to say Bucks. That's my big thing. I don't want the Bucks in. So,
Bucks or Heat. Those are the only two good options in the East.
well, I don't think the Heat's making. I mean,
Philly's kind of an option out there now.
Philly has to go through Boston though.
Yeah. It just depends on what James Harden you get.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I was gonna say Philly, but I feel like James Harden's gonna choke.
Will he not choke this year, man?
I think he does. Trey is a firm believer that he's Jesus over there. He's been rebirthed. James Harden is now Mr. Clutch.
You see, he's been to the playoffs all 14 seasons he's been in the league. That's
Never
wild.
made the finals.
He's ever
Never.
won a ring?
Never been on a super team. Never been on a super team.
Well, never been on a super team that
They
did
played
anything.
together.
I mean, he was on OKC, but they were not a super team.
Talk about Nets.
Yeah, that's not a super team.
I know, that's what he said.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm
was
just saying. I mean, they were supposed to be a super team.
They didn't play,
Yeah, well,
and he played almost more than all the rest. So.
Celtics and Cavs.
You got Cavs. That's a good pick. I like that.
There's a lot of good teams in the East. There's a lot of
I think the
And the
Cavs are
Cavs-
going to be a shocker.
Cavs have length on defense
Yeah.
and scoring on offense.
What about you,
Good
Ty?
Mitchell can
Bucks.
score the best of them. So.
I got Bucks and Celtics in the East.
Okay.
And probably Lakers and Suns in the West, too.
Okay. See, we're on the same side there.
Let's see here. I'm gonna do the East first.
You want to look at that?
I think we're gonna go with the Philadelphia and the Bucks in the East, and then in the West, I'm gonna go with the Lakers and the Clippers.
Clippers. I did see
Tweaking.
that it said Paul George might not be back the first couple games, but he's expected to make a return.
No, he's not expected to come back in the first round,
At all, the first round, yeah.
and they play KD in them.
Oh,
In the
I'd be
first
like,
round.
listen,
Oh.
if you don't come
You're
back
not
in the
listening.
first,
You're
Change
not
back
listening.
quickly.
listen,
They
if
play
I didn't see
KD
that
in
they
them the
played
first
them.
round.
if you don't get Paul George back, they don't even got a shot.
Not a shot. Kawhi can't guard everybody.
all right, yeah, we're just
They got
going
Russell
Suns,
Westbrook.
Suns and Lakers like everybody else.
I mean, I got the Suns.
Hey, they got Westbrook 5 for 5 for 3. They're doing something right over there, though.
I got the Suns.
If they had George, it'd be a good series.
Just because I don't think Denver is going to be a threat to the Suns. I think they're decent this year. It's the best they've been in a while, but I don't think they'll beat the Suns. I think the Suns will do it. And I'm gonna say the Lakers, but I just want to go on record to say if the Kings make the conference finals, I said that. Yeah, 'cause
He said,
But you said the Lakers. Now, which one is it?
But
They
I'm
play the Warriors, don't they?
huh? Yeah, they play the Warriors, and I just
"You
think
think they're gonna win?"
I don't think the Warriors can beat them because like the Kings play atrocious defense, and that matters in the playoffs. But like, you can beat the Warriors at their own game because they don't play defense anymore. The Warriors used to have great defense with Draymond, Clay, a big center, whether it was Looney, JaVale McGee. Now they don't play defense either, so it's just gonna be a shootout, and they have more offensive weapons this season.
All right, so I just want to make sure we have this on record. You're saying that Golden State's gonna lose?
Yes, to the Kings the first round, I think.
Oh,
I just think that they've got
That's
too much
such a hot
fire.
take you couldn't
It's
press the
tough.
button.
oh, I swear, no. I had to process what he just said there.
They just have so much firepower. I think they can beat the Warriors at their own game, and the Warriors just don't play defense like that anymore. Neither do the Kings. But I think their run comes to an end in the second round because the Grizzlies and the Lakers play defense.
I was looking at this earlier. Steph Curry has the highest win percent versus a single opponent in the last 10 seasons against Sacramento at a .931.
Yeah, but they've also been horrible the last 10 seasons. Like, atrocious.
They're gonna get swept.
I think they can win it in like 5 or 6.
It just depends on if Clay flops or not in the playoffs.
And or if he gets
gonna
hurt.
flop. Clay flopped last year.
I mean, well, Clay's been flopping
They
for a
won
couple
the
years on the
championship
floor.
last
He's
year.
been doing good the past
Clay's
like,
not bad. He's just so inconsistent.
and he's been
It's
picking it up the past couple months. He's just never looked like what people call old Clay, and you need him.
It's like he'll come out and drop 35, and then the next 3-4 games he's
6
dropping
points.
12.
Yeah, and the whole in 35 points or 12 points, he don't play defense no more.
No, not really.
I mean, he can.
He's like what we said before. He's a modern day Ray Allen.
Yeah,
I could see Sacramento winning,
I mean,
especially.
he ain't got no
yeah,
dang
Warrior-
ankles. You try to play defense with no ankles.
Warriors struggle with big man the most, and Sabonis.
Sabonis is a dog.
But Draymond's still not that bad on defense. But
I gotta
He-
see
he-
it though.
Sabonis isn't. I feel like Sabonis isn't like one of them big body centers. So Draymond can like still kind of put a body on him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Sabonis. I still
He's got
think
finesse
Sabonis
in
is
his
still gonna
game
get
though.
his.
I like it.
I still think he's gonna get his. But yeah,
I'm still not sure why
But like
the
it-
Pacers got rid of him
but like
instead of.
if the
Turner.
Warriors match up with somebody like DeAndre Ayton or something, it's like you guys are kind of toast right there.
Yeah.
But what about after that, Ryan? Who you got in the finals? Who you got in
Listen,
the finals
I
and then
think-
win in the
I
finals?
think Phoenix is going to be a problem. I think Phoenix is going. You got Chris Paul, Booker,
Speaking
DeAndre
of
Ayton.
choking, what about Chris Paul?
Listen, he's got KD, he's got Booker, and
If
he's
he
got
don't do
Ayton.
it this year, he's never gonna be able to do it.
Like I don't think
He's
like
gone.
yeah, like literally this is your best chance. It's on a silver platter. Like
You don't even gotta shoot the ball. All you gotta do is pass it.
Yeah.
You literally could score.
That's
those
all you gotta
points in
do.
the
The West,
finals.
the West is the weakest it's been since Kobe, Curry, Tim Duncan, Dirk. Like that's the weakest the West has been.
yeah, if they don't make it, it's a disappointment for them. That KD trade's a flop. Like
So you got them beating the Lakers.
yeah.
You got them playing in the finals.
You know, I think if the Bucks make it, they don't. I don't think they stand a chance, in my opinion. I just personally don't think that. I think if you're gonna
Who's gonna
come out,
guard Giannis?
huh?
So who's gonna guard Giannis? KD.
KD.
Done it before.
Yeah. All right. Then
Yeah.
then who's like after that? How are you gonna spread the defense after that? Like,
I don't know.
What do you mean?
like
Chris
Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
and they're gonna lock up Booker, and then Chris
Not
Paul.
lock him up. Chris Paul will get locked.
Drew
up.
Holiday
Well, yeah,
can play defense.
yeah,
don't
but-
get it messed
And
up.
Chris
Drew
Middleton is
Holiday.
a solid wing defender.
And then their big man that's gonna.
Brook
Brook
Lopez.
Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
Way
I just
better.
I don't
He-
think
he
I don't
He's
think they
averaging
put
the
it,
game,
blocks
bro.
right now.
I still don't think they put it all together against the Suns.
I get it. I get
But
it.
I
I'm
don't-
just saying they have no chance is a little out
Yeah,
there.
I just don't think so.
Because if they have to, they can put.
That's a series that'll go to 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll
I
be one
think-
of the best finals in a couple years.
If we're going kind of like outside predictions wise, I think they could make it, and that's who they play. But I don't think they stand the best chance.
Didn't the
What about
Bucks
you,
just
Ty?
beat Phoenix for a chip like 2 years ago?
Okay, yeah,
Without KD.
yeah. I was about to say that's not even close to comparing here.
I'm just saying, but I think Giannis.
You
will
add
do the
KD,
same
that's a
thing.
whole
I still think
different
Giannis
series.
will do the same amount of damage though.
What about you, Ty?
I don't.
What?
Finals.
Who's in the finals?
Yeah. Last predict. You got the. We did the final four. What about the finals and who's winning?
And don't
I
say
got
the
Lakers and
Ah,
Celtics.
I knew that's who he was going.
The Golden Age rivalry.
Who wins?
If the Lakers make it, they gotta win.
Boston's gonna win that one.
I don't know.
I think if the
That'll be a
Lakers.
good one.
I think the
We-
Celtics
we need to
should beat
pick
the
Ty.
Lakers, but I think if the Lakers find a way
If
to
the
beat the
Lakers make-
Suns,
If the Lakers make it to the finals, I
they're
think
winning.
They win.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree, but I just don't think they can beat
Nah.
KD. What about you, Pat?
No, honestly, dude, scratch that. Suns. Suns and
He's
Celtics.
okay.
Suns and
He
Celtics.
said
Who wins?
Suns.
See, I was gonna
Suns.
say Celtics,
Suns?
but
Suns.
KD winning another one.
Yeah.
Does
Chris
this
Paul
one
winning
count
his
still?
first.
No
Yeah.
count. This one counts.
what do you
All
mean?
of them
What
count.
do you mean? Does it count?
But like people will be like, oh, the Warriors rings don't
All of them
count.
count.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck that.
If the-
No,
if-
it counts. If he's got a ring, it fucking counts.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I count the bubble, I gotta count everything.
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
you,
for real.
Timmy?
Hey, so do we get rings for almost?
No.
All right, then they don't fucking count.
Chris Paul would be the captain of all.
I just-
All right, we're gonna go with the Suns in Philadelphia.
Ugh.
Who wins?
The Suns.
Philadelphia, you got
I'm
James.
sticking by it, man.
No clutch Harden.
I like
I'm
it.
sticking by it.
I like
I've
it.
said that since the beginning. I'm not gonna change
Ty,
it
do,
up.
do
and-
you hear this? Like,
It's not like impossible.
no. All right.
Y'all act like I
They're
picked the
the
Knicks.
fourth.
You
They're
thought
the fourth
I'm
best
not
team in the
Zach.
playoffs.
All right. Well, that's fine. They can be the fourth best, but all I know is when you get James Harden.
Hey, all I'm saying is you treat me like I'm Vaughn over here,
All right,
picking
listen.
the Knicks to come out of the East.
I think I think the Suns will make it out the West, and I think they'll lose to the Bucks. Just because I think the
Lose
Bucks,
to the Bucks.
I think the Bucks line up the best. That'd be like dream scenario. Oh, our big man, he's not the greatest, but he plays good D. Your big man, he doesn't score that much, so now he's not going to score much at all because our Brook Lopez should lock that down. Whatever Aiton's got, KD is going to be not shut down. Never does, but he's going to be contained.
He's also going to be tired because if they put him
on Giannis,
he's going to get wore out
Okay.
on the other end.
I am a firm believer in the finals.
You
You
think-
find that person on each team that pulls through for you that you're not expecting.
All right,
to.
I'm just
And the
saying,
Suns have
Giannis
no
goes to
role
the rim
players and the
10
Bucks
times.
do.
How many times does KD stop him?
Do what?
So if Giannis goes to the rim 10 times, right? 10 times in a row. How many times is KD going to stop him?
50%.
No way.
He's going to foul 40%.
Yeah, and fouling doesn't count. Like, I'm talking about stopping from scoring.
Well, so then fouls don't count.
No,
You said fouls don't count. That's what you said. All right, so fouls don't count. Then he's not making it no time.
No, I'm talking about like it doesn't count. It doesn't count as a stop if you foul him. You have to straight up play defense.
All right, so it doesn't count as a stop. So if you foul him, that we don't stop.
No, you're not. Understanding.
No, I'm understanding.
No,
All
I'm saying
is-
if he fouls Giannis, that doesn't count as a stop.
Right. So it just if the bucket goes in, it counts.
No, I'm saying so if Giannis goes to the rim, KD fouls Giannis and he misses that. That doesn't count as him stopping Giannis.
Oh, so it's a redo? Oh, we're gonna be here all day then.
No, that's not a redo.
No, that's a negative.
That's a negative. Doesn't count.
That goes as a you.
That
didn't
goes
stop
against
him.
his percentage.
Ah, see, no.
Yeah, because that's how it's
Yeah,
gonna be
'cause
in the
that's not-
game.
that's
You're
called
giving him
bailing yourself
points.
out.
Yeah,
That's-
you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
give him points.
that's saying that he's gonna,
You just be making
Make
up
the
all
free
rules
throws?
over
Yeah.
here.
What's wrong with him making free throws?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that's your guarantee that he's makes.
I mean, he makes. I'd go out on a limb without looking. Say plus 60. He makes 60+%.
A couple years ago, it was pretty. Like,
Yeah,
4 or
but-
5 years ago, he's pretty bad. But.
I just think the Suns need to be way more worried about matchup problems than the Bucks do because they have to figure out not only how to guard Giannis, how to score on Giannis. Not only that, when your Giannis stopper doesn't work, what are you going to do? Because they don't have multiple people they can switch on.
Also,
to Giannis.
Booker Middleton locked down. I mean, Booker had his games in the finals when they played. But Middleton
yeah, but you
definitely
guys are all.
guarded
I
Booker.
feel like you guys are downplaying Booker though. Like,
I mean,
I feel like he might
But Middleton can lock that down or
I
at
don't-
least slow it down.
slow it down. I
And
don't,
he
I don't
can
know if
put
we
up-
can say
he can-
lockdown.
But he's
can
a heck
hold
of a
him.
shooter. He can put up points on the other end too.
I mean, yeah, but
I just
Booker's
like
a
Devin
star.
Booker's gonna get wore out.
But this is the problem. The Suns have no rotational help. When KD's not on the floor, who guards Giannis? When Giannis isn't on the floor, we have people to throw on Kevin Durant. We have multiple people. Bobby Portis isn't going to shut him down by no means, but he's a body that can guard KD. He's 6'9". He's long.
Wear him down.
He can play defense on him. Like he's a runner for 6 men of the year. What do the Suns do when KD has to check out of game 6 because he's played 40 minutes in the first 5 games?
And don't let Chris Paul or somebody be tired too.
I got that Okogie dude ain't too bad.
Yeah, he's not too bad, but he's like 6'6".
listen, I don't think
That
there's a time in the
Landale.
game where all four, as what I would say, main starters are gonna be out the game the whole time.
No, but I mean, Aiton's really not gonna do a whole lot. I mean, he's
Even
gonna
even
get
if you
his,
put
but he's not gonna
Chris
be-
Paul on the bench, not saying they would, but like just to
They still got
facilitate the
Cameron
team.
Payne too, don't they?
Like I don't think that's a bad. I don't think it's that bad.
The
It's
Suns still
and
got
then
Cameron
eight.
Payne?
I think it's
Ayton
a
can't
decent
stretch the
matchup.
floor as well either. Like
Yeah.
Ayton can't stretch the floor like Brook Lopez can. That's another thing. You're leaving Kevin Durant on an island. You either have to run zone or no help because Kevin Durant is going to be stuck on the perimeter guarding Giannis if he has the ball in his hands, and Brook Lopez is going to be out there too. So your big man's not allowed
You
to
got
help
Brooke that can shoot the three. You got Middleton can shoot the three. Drew
Drew,
Holiday can
Grayson
shoot the
Allen,
three. Grayson
Bobby
Allen can
Portis
really
off
pull
the
up.
bench
Yeah.
I know
can
Grayson
shoot
Allen
the
can
three. They've got shooters.
And then you got Giannis. If he stands out the three, he might not shoot that, but you're gonna give him enough room to drive to the rim every single time.
And I just think they have
Let's
more.
go across the board here. All right, who you got in the Suns and Bucks? You got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks beating the Suns in the finals.
All right.
I got the Bucks too.
Okay.
I
Suns
thought-
and Bucks.
Oh,
Suns.
Suns. Okay, so we 50-50. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, defense wins championships. I don't know if you ever heard
and
that
has.
before.
Okay. It has
Has.
and it does, but it's proven that offense does too.
Yeah.
So. But with that being said, here let's transition on over here. We're gonna go back to football here. I know the draft's coming up here. Who are you guys most excited to see to come off the board in the top 5?
I hope Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Will
the
Anderson Jr.
Or not Anderson, sorry. Anthony
Richardson.
Richardson, sorry.
You
Okay,
tried to
that's
put
why I
the
was
A
I was like,
Richardson, I was tweaking.
I'm excited to see
Put
where
the
they
A
go.
with
I feel like
Richardson.
we're in a quarterback carousel with the draft, kind of like the 49ers are. I feel like if you would have asked me 2 months ago, like there was probably maybe two, maybe three quarterbacks coming off in the top five. I think there's potential with trades that 4 potentially. Now this might be an unpopular opinion. 5 quarterbacks, depending on how needy, depending on how the trades. If the Cardinals trade, who do you guys think goes second if C.J. Stroud goes first?
Second, I think second's locked. If CJ Stroud, yeah, it's definitely Bryce Young. The Texans are gonna get Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Bryce Young,
They're
you
going to
think
pick
so?
it. They're a
I
top
think
two
Bryce
pick,
Young
they're gonna
is
pick.
more of a lock to the Texans, and CJ is going first.
So if CJ goes first, where do you think where Stroud goes?
You just said if
Because
CJ goes first.
if Bryce
I'm
goes
sorry.
first.
Yeah,
I think the Texans have a top 2 pick. They're going to pick one of the top 2 guys.
yeah.
They're picking one of those two, whoever's
I
left.
really
heard-
feel like this is crazy, bro. But for some reason, Carolina in my head's getting Anthony Richardson, the first pick.
They've been supposedly
talking about 'em.
stuck on 3 guys. What I mean by that is like I've heard like each different week, like, oh, this is our guy who we're going with, and then Richardson pops up, and then there's talks I seen Mel.
Mel Kiper.
Yeah, I seen he put a report where Levis, and I was like, that's a unpopular opinion. And then Hendon Hooker's draft stock keeps climbing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he's hurt. I don't think they'll waste a pick on him in the first round. Not waste, but
I'm telling you, if the Colts will somehow trade down and get something for trading down, and then pick up Hendon Hooker, I would not necessarily be mad. I'm talking about if 1, 2, and 3 is Will Levis, not Will Levis. If 1, 2, and 3 is C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson, and we decide we don't want Will Levis and we want to trade down and do that, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad there. Well, that wraps us up here today, guys. Please make sure you follow, download, and subscribe to all of our content. Those downloads do help, so we definitely appreciate that. It helps with our sponsorships and to get you guys all those great content. Without further ado, you guys have a great night.